Pergolder Nation welcomed Tim Healy into its family on November 11, 1951. Charles and Jean's son began that day a lifelong commitment to East Side athletics. Tim became interested in sports playing organized games under Red McKinley's supervision at the Worth Court Playground. An older friend and current Madison Sports Hall of Fame Club member, Fred Kinney, made sure that his talented pal was included in neighborhood pickup games. Immediately, it became clear that Tim, even against older competition, excelled at baseball, basketball, and football. His mother, Jean, was herself a very athletic basketball player for St. Bernard's Elementary School. Tim credits her with inspiring him throughout his life because of her inner toughness and being a supportive and loyal person. She taught him to play with pride and stressed the importance of playing as a team. Sports idols Roberto Clemente, Ray Nitschke, and Bart Starr showed him how to play by giving your maximum effort at all times, by staying mentally and physically tough, and by leading your teammates during difficult circumstances. At St. Bernard's, Tim played for Coach Jim Waters on 3 consecutive and undefeated Junior Catholic League champion football teams, as well as on parochial league team champions in basketball and softball. His Madison Recreation midget and junior baseball teams won several league titles as well. Tim's sports success continued into junior high school when the freshman football team went undefeated as city champions. East High coaches Verlin Belial and Herb Mueller were early mentors. Belial was able to get Healy to play at a more competitive level, and Mueller taught him to respect the sport of football and instilled a passion for Madison East. His teammates, who frequently chose him as captain, gave him the incentive to play even harder because Tim did not want to let them down. The mid to late 1960s were a special time in baseball, basketball, and football for East High. Tim was fortunate to play on 2 WIAA regional championship basketball teams, as well as on baseball teams that won several conference, regional, and sectional titles, and the 1967 WIAA championship. As a sophomore in that tournament, Tim scored 4 game-winning runs as a pinch runner. Healy's senior year, the football and baseball teams went undefeated, the first time that had happened in Big 8 conference history. Individual recognition followed team success. As a senior, he was named All-City Honorable Mention as a basketball player and First Team All-City as a baseball player. Donnie Mansfield, UW baseball coach, offered Tim a preferred walk-on invitation to the team. Football is the sport that garnered him the most individual recognition. During his sophomore year, the team was the Four Lakes champion, and during his senior year, the undefeated team was the City and Big 8 conference champion. Tim, as a junior, received All-City First Team awards on offense as a quarterback and on defense as a safety, and Big 8 honorable mention recognition. He ended his high school football career by receiving the Capital Times First Team Quarterback, Honorary Captain, and Most Valuable Player Award, and the Wisconsin State Journal First Team Quarterback and Player of the Year recognition. The Madison Shrine Club's All-City Banquet selected Tim as the first recipient of the Dr. Ray Hegel Player of the Year trophy, as well as First Team Offense and Defense. He and Coach Herb Mueller also represented East in receiving 2 team trophies for the Best Competitive Record and the City Championship Award. Tim, the best player in Madison, was named the Big 8 Conference and the Wisconsin State Journal First Team All-Area Quarterback. Labeled by the Associated Press as the do-everything quarterback, he was selected as an All-State First Team quarterback and First Team defensive back. Nationally, Tim was an honorable mention Sun-Kissed All-American, as well as one of the top 100 All-American players by Scholastic magazine, the only Wisconsin player representative. The highlight of the football season was the media-billed Big 8 Game of the Century, which pitted the 4th-ranked East Pergolders, led by Healy, against the number 1 ranked La Follette Lancers for the City and Big 8 Conference titles. Before more than 8,500 fans, Tim scored a touchdown, kicked 2 extra points, and booted the game-winning field goal of 29 yards, with East edging La Follette 17-14. In 2005, Healy was recognized for his athletic achievements at his induction into the East High School's Hall of Fame. UW football coach John Cota convinced Tim to accept a scholarship to play for the Badgers. In 1969, freshmen were ineligible to play varsity football, so he played as the first-string quarterback and captain of the freshman team. As a student athlete, he helped athletic director Elroy Hirsch and his staff with Operation Turnaround, which was designed to reacquaint northern Wisconsin fans with the floundering football program. Competition for varsity quarterback was stiff during spring practice for the 1970 season. Although the coaches had Tim playing 3 different positions because of his versatility and athleticism, he had suffered a shoulder injury. Coach John Jardine chose him to back up the starting quarterback because Healy had survived what his coach called the survival of the fittest competition. Ultimately, Tim had to leave the program because these back and shoulder injuries permanently prevented his return to tackle football. His sports career was not over, however, as Healy participated in Madison City recreational basketball and softball programs during the 1970s, where his teams won several league titles in both sports. Tim also played Major League touch football primarily as a receiver for the Mr. Roberts team. The team won 4 consecutive league titles, was state runner-up once, and Healy caught the winning touchdown pass in the 1975 state championship. In addition, he has played golf for 55 years, and in 1992 and 1996 was a member of the team that won the Professional Firefighters of Wisconsin state tournament. For 20 years, Tim worked in different capacities as a Madison firefighter and served Local 311 as an executive board member and as vice president during his 30-year membership. He helped spearhead the development of Firefighters Local 311 charities, which to date has resulted in the donation of more than $1.5 million to local causes. Tim currently is the Public Relations Director for the Retired Professional Firefighters of Wisconsin's Executive Board and remains involved with the local union. A successful athletic career needs the encouragement of a loving family, and Tim is very grateful for his family's support. Mother Jean, brothers Casey and Dan, and sisters Debbie, Terry, and Vicky have helped in his development as an athlete and person. Joanne, his wife of 27 years, and Tim have 3 daughters, Leslie, Becky, and Natalie. He and Joanne still spend much of their time running between baseball and softball fields, hockey rinks, and dance recitals, encouraging their 7 grandchildren. Tim considers Madison to be one of the finest sports communities in the United States. To be enshrined as one of the outstanding athletes in our community is truly an honor, but he must gratefully share this recognition with all the coaches and teammates who helped him achieve the success. The Madison Sports Hall of Fame Club and Strand Associates Incorporated welcome Tim Healy into the class of 2015.